This is a much more technical meeting that during which we wish to share with you the United Democratic Party's environmental plans. Now, our presentation outline will include improving the strategic partnership between our government and the National Trust. That is on our agenda. We'll also be looking at implementing our national environmental policy. You heard Mr. Mike Adams just referred. The Department of Environment currently has a national environmental policy, and you will see how our manifesto nicely meshes and enables the implementation of this existing policy. We will also be looking at climate change, awareness and adaptation. This is very important to us as a country. Climate change is something we need to be much more aware of, and I'll be speaking briefly about that as well. We will also be striving to reinstate some funding that the National Trust has been cut. National Trust budget is down by $200,000 per year, and we believe that as a result of this cut, they have been unable to meet their obligations for environmental education. As a result, we are going to seek to reinstate that funding so that they can meet their key objectives. In terms of encouraging the use of green technology, we are committed to implementing the national energy policy. The United Democratic Party has already promulgated a national energy policy, but it now needs to be implemented. And that national energy policy has set a target of using 15% of ensuring that 15% of electricity is generated from renewable energy. But we believe that a higher target can be set. So we have set a target of 20%, and we will show you in the next couple of slides how we believe that can be achieved. The national environmental strategies that exist right now, as indicated by the Department of Environment, are as follows. They want to enact legislation such as the National Conservation Law. And you heard they also want to establish a system of protected areas, starting with the Barkers National Park. And we also want to reduce custom duty on solar panels and solar-driven appliances. If we want to promote the use of renewables, we must do our part from government to reduce the duty on these things so they can be duty-free, so you can bring them in. Ladies and gentlemen, as I get on more, I'm going to show you some exciting things on solar that can help reduce the cost of electricity while helping us meet that target. And if we took key appliances and use solar to drive them, we could reduce our personal electricity bill by as much as 15 to 20% quite easily. And if government does its role to make those things duty-free like this, imagine. And that is what your United Democratic Party is committed to doing. In other parts of the world, in the Maldives, there's a group of islands called the Maldives. Some of those islands have been submerged due to rising sea levels. In the year 2060, it is expected that the sea level temperature will rise by 4%, so much so that our country, our beloved Cayman Islands, could be at threat of many parts of it being underwater. If we do not take this issue seriously and start taking realistic steps to address it. But we can address it, we will address it, because the United Democratic Party recognizes the importance of that, and we assure you, once we are elected, we will start the process. We are keen to work with you to see what your environmental goals and interests are, and we believe that more environmental NGOs are needed in this country. On to addressing our solid waste problem. This is undoubtedly one of our biggest environmental problems here in this country. It's much talked about on the political platform now, but as you well know, none of the other groups that are running actually have a solution. Many of them, their plan is to leave it right there in Georgetown, do nothing. Well, friends, that is the easy thing to do, but it's not the right thing to do for our country. The issue of addressing our solid waste problem is not a Georgetown issue, it's not a bottom-down issue, it's not a dark issue, it's a national issue. As a result, we must accept the responsibility to do something about it now and solve the problem now. with your support, we, the United Democratic Party, will address this problem once and for all. This is what we have right now. Anybody that's coming into our country on a cruise ship, that's what they see. If you go up the North Sound in your boat on a Sunday, that's what you see. The other groups that are running the PPM are proposing to do nothing and leave it there. Now, friends, that is what you're seeing in 2013. So if they leave it there, in 10 years' time, the people from South Sound will be able to see that from their homes. In 30 years' time, the people of Prospect will be able to see that and possibly smell it. So leaving it there and piling more garbage at that location is not the solution, my friends. You may also hear some people talking about, let's dig it up and burn it. That, imagine if you dug that up for the consultants have already told us that it will take 19 years to dig that up and bring it right down to ground if that's what we wanted to do. But during that time, whilst we open it up, imagine the smell over Georgetown. It is not a very smart solution, and it also brings with it a lot of risk with explosion and hazards to the workers, and there's a lot of toxicity there. Nobody knows what's going in there, so why do we want to dig it up? Friends, there are many possible solutions to that, but we need to study the problem properly. I'm not going to stand up here and tell you here is a solution, because we need to understand quite clearly what's going on.